There is one card out there that will provide $267 cash back for the average family at the end of the year, and that's just in one category. Obviously, we're talking about the American Express Blue Cash Preferred. I mean, it was the title of the video, it's not really a spoiler. What's up, you guys? I'm Jacob Fisher, and I've mentioned this card quite a bit in my videos. I think it might be one of my favorite cards out there for cashback right now. I mean, it has the highest reward points for my highest spending right now. Again, that's probably because I'm stuck inside and the only place I can really go is grocery stores and order takeout at restaurants. Let's go over the details of this card and how much the average American can earn with this card. The welcome bonus for this card is $250 after you spend $1,000 in 3 months. However, American Express is extending all of their welcome bonus dates by 3 months. You just have to open or have opened a card from December 1st, 2019 to May 31st, 2020, and then your welcome offer spending period will be extended that extra 3 months, meaning you'll have 6 months to spend $1,000 to get $250 cash back, which is pretty attainable, especially if you buy groceries every single week or just put spending on your card. I'd show you an unboxing of this card, but it came in an envelope, so that would be boring. The annual fee for this card is $95, and I will go on later in the video whether or not this card is worth it for you to get at that $95 annual fee point. You get 6% back at US supermarkets up to $6,000 per year, and then 1% after that. That's a maximum of $360 back from the supermarkets. Keep in mind that Costco and warehouses, Sam's Club and Walmart do not count in this category. They do have a comprehensive list that, again, will be down in the description below. 6% back on streaming services. Again, the list is down below, but just know that most of your streaming services will apply for this. Now, of course, if you have an amex Platinum right now, you get $20 back on streaming services. So it might be good to consider using this card for the future on streaming services if you have a Platinum. If you don't, then enjoy the 6% back. 3% back on transit, ride shares, taxis, trains, stuff like that. Not airfare. 3% back at US gas stations. Again, list down below, but you should know that pretty much every gas station you'll go to will get you 3% back, except again, Costco or those specialty gas stations attached to a store. Then 1% back on everything else, but again, don't use it in that category because you should be getting at least 2% back. You can check out my Apple Card video on how to earn 2% back on most of your purchases, and then you can check out my other video about the #1 card to get for your first card, so you get that 2% always. Or even you could just subscribe to the channel in case there's anything new coming up in the credit card world or travel world. 1% back on everything is honestly just weak, and just don't use that. Other things you get is secondary car rental insurance, which doesn't beat Chase as the primary, but it's still not bad to have. You get return protection if a seller won't take back an item, up to $300 per item and $1,000 per year. They have a few other things like other credit cards, like insurance protection, and then they have Planet Pay It, which is kind of their way of avoiding interest on a large purchase. If you want to spend $1,000 on a bed or something, you could plan it over time and then pay for it slowly but surely. There are a lot of websites that offer this in general. This, of course, is just on the card, so the full purchase will be there, just paid over time instead of you paying maybe Wayfair $20 a month. Now, the real question about this card, is it worth it to get with a $95 annual fee for just a cash back card? Most of the time you only pay an annual fee for premium travel cards, Chase Sapphire Reserve or Sapphire Preferred, Amex Platinum, Amex Gold, and they provide you with a slew of other benefits to go along with your card. This card is just elevated cash back for that $95. There's some quick math that you can do to determine if this card is worth it with that annual fee. This card competes with the Blue Cash Everyday, also from Amex, which earns 3% at grocery stores up to $6,000 per year, and then 1%, which has a $0 annual fee. That card also earns 2% at gas stations and department stores, and then 1% on everything else. There are other cards out there earning solid points on groceries. The Hilton Aspire is the one that comes to mind with a current reward of 12x on groceries. However, that won't be around forever, so let's keep it simple and just use cards that always have this category around. With some quick math, you can determine how much you need to spend on groceries just to make up the annual fee, which is $1,600 per year or $133 a month. Now, this just makes up the annual fee. You don't actually get any rewards money back at the end of this. You've essentially just paid for the annual fee. You can consider that money just wasted because if you had the blue cash every day, you'd earn $48 back at the end of the year with a $0 annual fee. Let's double that. If you spend $2,600 or $266 a month on groceries, the blue cash preferred will give you $192 cash back at the end of the day, minus the $95 annual fee, which gives you $96 at the end of the year that you get in cash back. At that same rate, at that same spend, the blue cash every day only earns you $96. So you can consider that point the cutoff. If you spend more than $266 a month on groceries, this card is worth it. If not, then it's not worth it. Also consider that if you spend $250 a month on groceries, you will hit the welcome bonus offer in just about 4 months, which earns you a nice extra $250. Of course, the everyday does have a welcome bonus of its own, but again, not as much as this one. Now, I know I said you need to spend $266 a month on groceries to make this card actually worth it, including the streaming and gas transit bonus that you get. I'm not including them because if you think about it, the 3% to 2% for gas from Blue Cash Preferred every day, really you need to spend a ton of money on gas to make the annual fee worth it and then some, which is why the groceries category at the biggest cashback is what we're going to be looking at, or what we did look at for the spending requirements that you need to meet. Consider all those other things just like a little bonus that you get when you get this card. If the average American spends $2,200 a year on gas, you'll be getting $66 back or $44 back with the everyday. Now, of course, you'd need to spend just a tremendous amount, as I said, in gas to make the annual fee worth it, but that extra little bit you get just with this card in the gas category is something you should consider just as a little bonus. If you do spend $6,000 a year, you will earn $360 or $265 after the annual fee. With the everyday, you'll only be getting $180 at the end of the year. And then again, you go into 1% category for both of them. If you think about it, at the end of the year, this card should pretty much cover at least groceries for 1 month. Consider it like a free month of groceries with the total amount of cash back you'll get at the end of the year. That little extra bit you could put towards retirement or just another savings account. Maybe you want to buy a house one day. I know it's not a lot, but it is more than zero. This is why credit cards are really a truly passive way to make income. I mean, you just spend money as you normally would and then you get rewarded for it. If you want to earn more cash back every year, then consider watching one of my other videos that'll pop up in the corner now about how you can earn over $700 cash back in a year. It's always based on the typical household American spend, and again, this Excel document will be linked down below. Now, I have videos that come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so if that's something you want to see and learn about personal finance and travel for cheap and just ways to make money, consider subscribing. Let me know down in the comments below if you're considering this card or if you have a better card in mind that earns you even more on groceries, because I would love to hear about that too. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.